Alright, so we're trying this again. We freed up some space on the hard drive, lowered our resolution on the output, and we're just seeing if this is working. It looks to be smooth. There's no judder in the mouse movement, no judder in the video that I'm seeing. I'll open up here and see what it's looking like live real quick. And it's just maybe it. I just can't put too much on my hard drive memory wise. I'm gonna value bit here. Increase a little more. Don't want to scare them off. Maybe 7. Damn. Can't get any money out of that one. Here in the background, that's me listening to myself. Alright, so we're trying this again. We freed up some space on the hard drive, lowered our resolution on the output, and we're just seeing if this is working. It looks to be smooth. There's no judder in the mouse movement, no judder in the video that I'm seeing. I'll open up here and see what it's looking like live real quick. And it's just maybe it. I just can't put too much on my hard drive memory wise. I'm gonna value bit here. Increase a little more. Don't want to scare them off. Maybe 7. Damn. Can't get any money out of that one. Here in the background, that's me listening to myself.
Oh, wow. Three people had pocket pairs. I was smart enough to fold mine. So, it looks like we're good to go. Very little lag. Nothing really to complain about. It's just, not as much RAM on this laptop as it needs to run like multiple programs. So, that means in order to stream, I can't watch Netflix if I want to stream online and play poker, which is probably a good thing. I'll just sit here and play poker. Guess I could watch Netflix on my phone if I wanted to. Just put my earbuds in and prop it up over here. Be just fine. Maybe do that. All you're gonna do is some of those tournaments that take all day just to even cash. You can't sit here and talk and be interested for 13 hours playing online poker and not enough hands come up to really talk about it. Okay, trying to get the money in before the card comes in. Not the card we needed, but hell, at least we have a pair. Third pair sucks. Not good enough to really win. Showdown value it. Yeah, he's betting. Anything beats me. 10, jack, a 9. Yep, we just fold. We just threw that money in there trying to build it up for that heart draw at 9. So I'm just glad I didn't go buy a new laptop like the nerdy guys at Best Buy were telling me. They were like, "Oh, you don't have enough RAM. You don't have enough memory or random access memory. You need to go ahead and you probably got 8 gigabytes of RAM on there, and you needed 16, or you need an i7 processor." And I told him, I said, no, it worked before, man. Like, I was able to load up and everything, no problem. I was online. And he was like, well, just you can't run Netflix and all that at the same time. So I was like, well, what if I uninstalled all that stuff? So I uninstalled Game Pass, uninstalled Netflix, and switched my resolution to a lower, like 720 output at 30 frames per second. And seems to be doing pretty well. I'll check it here in a minute. See if any lag's happening. Bomb pot, yay, boo. Really? I was like, I finally got an ace. There's nothing like grinding it out at the 1 cent, 2 cent table. This guy here is up a bunch. I'd have left already. I don't know what he's trying to prove. Figured I'd get on here, play for a little bit, test this out before I go to work, make a little money, go drive some Uber. On a note on Uber, so I picked up some Open Racist, not last weekend, but the weekend before, and it was a long trip. It's gonna pay good money, and they were going to a town where, it's pretty much like very few African Americans, and they were drunk, and they were talking smack and saying suggestive racist stuff, stuff that wasn't cool, but I kept my cool and went on ahead and completed the ride. And I told them I was driving Uber because I want to go to college or whatever, go back to school. And they have this online degree program with Arizona State University that you can get in. Well, these guys decided to take the ultimate nudge at me. And, like at the end of the trip, you rate your passenger, and the passenger rates you as a driver as well. So they decided to say that I was under the influence of drugs or alcohol while driving. But, so I received an email from Uber saying my account was locked and that I basically they'd investigated and everything, and I needed to contact them if I had anything to say about it. So I called in, told the guy, I was like, man, I don't drink and drive. That's kind of dumb. I'm an Uber driver. If I'm drinking, you can smell it on me. It's like, plus, this is my second job. My other job's a very responsible job. And I can't do that kind of stuff. So I told him, I said, well, I drove pretty much all night till 3, 4 in the morning. Multiple passengers. Can you guys please reach out to them and see if I was under the influence? So they said they would investigate my account and I'd know something in a day or two. Just keep checking the app. Well, it was like a day later, late at night, they unlocked my account, turned it back on, but then they sent a message saying something like, if there is multiple like allegations of this or whatever, that your account can be locked forever. And I'm like, so someone else can lie and screw me over then. It was real chicken shit move. Like, it took everything in me not to go to the house where those guys were at. Because, like, Uber doesn't keep the addresses, but my navigation, I run through Google Maps. Well, Google Maps, like, saves history of every destination. And these guys were in this one small town, so I could look it up and go straight to their house if I wanted to. But I just waited and let it pan out. And it wound up being good. They unlocked my account, but it's just, it's a real chicken shit ass move, man. Like, you're a fucking coward. Yay, bring it in. That's what I'm talking about. We're just gonna go all in bluff now. Or maybe we should pot it. Or maybe we should 3/4 it and let him bluff. What if he doesn't bluff? Let's pot it. Nope. Well, that's all in it. We've let the clock run so far. They should think we're bluffing. It's low stakes too. You may get a call from a guy like that. Yup. Cause see, if it was higher stakes, I wouldn't get a call. But the low stakes, oh, I want to see. He's trying to bully me. That type of shit, which is fine by me. We have doubled our money. We are now up $2. Oh, he smiles with hearts. I don't know if I like this emoji setting what the fuck, that they've created. Where you basically, you can click over here and all these emojis pop up. So there's been guys that click on like poop emojis and throw it at the guy that they beat in the hand, or they'll click on toilet paper and throw it at them. It's a roll of toilet paper. It's an animation, and I don't even know how they're doing it, but it pops up here. I don't know how they throw it at a particular person, but they click on the poop or the toilet paper animation and they bloop, throw it at the guy. Emojis just stay on you. I guess it's something to do. Quick, you don't have to type it in the chat box. I actually turned my chat box off because when I first started playing on this site, I almost got banned from playing online. But it was some guy in the chat box. I beat him in a hand, and it was low stakes. It was just like this, 1 cent, 2 cent. But I beat him in a hand, and he starts talking smack, and of course, he wanted to say homophobic slurs towards me. He wanted to say I was a fucking faggot. And I was like, dude, that's messed up. And, you shouldn't be, doing homophobic things. I'm saying it in the chat box, right? And he keeps going. So he was like, you're fucking gay. You're fucking gay. So this is a long time ago, when Bruce Jenner first became Caitlyn Jenner. And I basically just was like, you're Caitlyn Jenner. Which is not very mature on my part. But when I did it, I was just like, I'm gay, but you're trans. And everyone in the chat just blew up laughing at his ass. It really wasn't what I said. It was the fact that everybody in the chat went crazy. And he just couldn't take it, I guess. And he went to the support. And I got an email, man. And I was just like, oh, you started this shit. And my joke was funnier and everybody laughed at you. And now you want to go tell support, I'm like, you're a fucking coward, I even told support, I was like, hey, man, he was calling me stuff. I said I was defending myself, He just got mad because everybody laughed at him, and it was basically it, So I turned the chat off because when you beat people in a hand, a lot of them say shit. I don't know why. So the only thing rolls through my chat is info on tournaments and different buy-ins and who's won the last pot, how much, things like that. But nothing as far as seeing what my opponents are saying, that's turned off. Yep. So I Ubered yesterday. It was early in the morning. I got up at 4:30 just so I could shower, get dressed, and it's a 45-minute drive to the nearest town that uses Uber. So I was like, well, let me drive way down here. and just did a few hours, just make a little money and come on back. Gotta go again today. Don't really have to go, just want to go. I got a trip I gotta make on Friday. 2-hour drive, and I'm going to get a MRI, check out my back. Hurt my back April 12th. So I was going to physical therapy, and that was doing okay. And then one day I was Ubering, and I had a passenger, and I had a blowout. And my car comes with one of those little scissor jacks. So I'm bent over, rotating these two, like there's a lug wrench and like this thing that goes inside the jack. So I'm rotating these two things to make the jack go up, and get the car on. Once the weight starts going up and I'm actually lifting the car and I'm bent over, I noticed my back started hurting. And the next day, it was in more pain than it was from the initial injury. So when I got sent back to the physician, I just told him, I was like, hey, I need an MRI, just sending me to physical therapy. Like, they're treating, but they don't know what they're treating. They're just like, okay, we're going to hook you up to this. It's going to do some electricity. We're going to do some stretching and some movements. And their focus isn't really on fixing my back. Their focus is on strengthening my core and all the muscles around it so that I don't notice my back is hurting. That's not fixing my back. So when I went back to the physician, she was like, you're not getting an MRI. It's too expensive. And I was like, well, I need something. And she was like, well, if you don't want to do physical therapy anymore, we'll just, I'll send you to an ortho specialist. But there's other imaging that's cheaper than an MRI. So I was like, well, what imaging is that? And she was like, well, a CAT scan or a sonogram. I said, okay, well, whatever. Send me to one of those. Y'all need to look and see so you know how to, like, just aimlessly doing some physical therapy treatment. Physical therapy is for, like, I don't know, like severe injuries and you're trying to come back from them. But like if someone hurts their back, normally backs are pretty hard. If you hurt your back, Scottie Pippen back basically ruined his tail end of his career was his back. He hurt his back and, like he couldn't do the things he used to could do because of it. He just had back pain forever. So, I don't know, I feel like anything along the lines of the back, you need to look first, see what the issue is, and then go from there. You'd think that'd be the practice of normal medicine instead of, hey, let's play a guessing game and see if this works. And that's basically what they do, They don't even, like, listen to you. And I'm like, look, this is my back. And I told her, I said, I know I'm hurt. I know my back is hurt. I've never had this before in life. There is something wrong back here, And, like, I don't know if she think I'm faking or some shit. And this is a workers' comp claim. She's giving me light duty, so I'm not missing any work. I'm on light duty. Then someone else breaks their hand and they're on light duty, and they feel their light duty is priority over mine because mine is just my back and you can't see it. But this person has a broken hand and they have something wrapped on their hand like a little thing. So obviously, they're hurt for real. So every day I'm at work, I'm doing like full duty when I'm supposed to be at light duty. And I actually talked to someone and told me that I could probably sue them if I wanted to, because they're not honoring my light duty, and if I hurt my back worse or something, they'd have to pay me for that. I don't want to get paid for that. I just want my fucking back fixed. And if I need to be on light duty, they need to honor the light duty instead of saying, oh, well, you know, we're going to let him sit up there and you have to work the floor, you know. And I mean, we're having like legitimate issues on the floor. Like, there was a physical altercation, an actual fight with a guy the other day. Like, he tried to punch me in the face twice. And, you know, it was so telegraphed. I just, you know, went back so he couldn't hit me. But, I don't know. Some people I'm calling, I don't even know why. Good call. That's one of them I felt that. It was like, why is he betting half his stack? That was literally, I was like, hold on, he just bet 75 cents and he only has $1.50. He's trying to take this pot down. I was like, you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, if I was, say I was at my initial buy-in and I wasn't up anything, I fold there. But since I was already up and making the call, I'd still be up at least $1. I was like, we're just going to see it. And that's bad, making a call based on your chip stack. But it was also a field thing, too. But I think if I had less money in front of me, I would have been like 75 cents. No, I'm going to just let it go. Wait for a better spot. And that's the thing, too. When you have more chips, you can play a different style of poker. You may make more calls. You may make more bluffs. You know, it's, you know, your play can be, you know, like, to get a bunch of chips and play the same poker, like, and not mix it up is bad, I feel. Because the thing is this. You start off with 100 big blinds. And then you win. You're up double. And then you're still playing the same way. Well, your opponents will just know when to fold. And they'll know when to raise you. Because you're doing the same bets. Your betting patterns are identical. You haven't changed anything. And it's freaking stupid. So, switching it up here, you know, hey, you can't bet me off. And if I didn't have 10s there, yeah, I fold. But I had 10s. So it's not even a thing, you know. It's just, I don't know. It's just one of them feelings. And everybody's like, oh, there's no such thing as that. Yes, there is. The bet didn't tell a story. Or I didn't believe the story the bet was trying to tell, you know. And that's the thing with bluffs. Bluffs should tell a story. You know, it shouldn't be check, 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 bluff all in on the river, you know. And it's like, oh, they're going to fold because I went all in. Well, you checked every street, so there's no you know, your checks mean nothing, nothing, nothing. Miss, miss, miss. And then river all in, you know. And then if it's only a pre-flop raise in there and a lot of people didn't call, it's not even enough money to call it all in. Unless they absolutely have you. And they know they have you. Then they're going to call and you're just going to get stacked. Look stupid. I played a little Xbox this week. They had sent me a $10 gift card. They've been doing it to everyone. You just look in your notifications and you'll have a random $10. And Red Dead Redemption 2 was on sale for $23.99. And I applied the $10 gift card and got it. It's one of the games I used to play when I had the old Xbox, the Xbox One X. Yeah, that's what I had. Now I have the Series X. And, you know, it's a cool machine, you know. I like it a lot. A lot of people They don't like the shape of it, which is kind of a dumb thing to let be your deciding factor. You know, I'm not buying a machine for how it looks cosmetically. I'm buying it for how it performs or what purpose it serves or because it does 4K at 120 frames per second and the graphics are sweet and smooth. Now, this is the discussion that real people need to have with themselves. If you buy this machine, it does 4K at 120 hertz, but you got to have a HDMI 2.1 input, which are only on these newer TVs, and a 65 inches between like $2,500 and $3,000. Is it worth it? And right now, I say no. Even though I want to buy one, like on the Labor Day sale, they're probably about to have. The reason I say no, a lot of the games on Game Pass, if you get Game Pass Ultimate, that's $15 a month. And it's like Netflix for gamers. There's hundreds of games you can play. Console, PC, on your mobile device, all of the above. But, you know, that subscription gets you your ability to play online Xbox Live plus all these games. So when you want to play online, say Madden or NBA 2K, your Xbox Live is included in that. And like you get Madden when it launches. You get NBA 2K when it launches. So anybody that plays these sports team games online, you know, like the baseball, MLB The Show, you get it when it launches. Okay, this is the second time doing this. I'm still going to fold. That's not a all-in call hand. Doesn't matter if I'm stacked or not. If I had a better hand, yeah. Even though he did it 2 times in a row, I still need a better hand to call there. So, back to the subscription. There's no need to buy sports games anymore if you have this $15 a month subscription. And the breakdown of it is this. You pay $15 plus tax a month. It works out to about $180 a year, maybe $200 with taxes. You know, we'll say $200 with taxes, but it's really $180 and then whatever the tax is. Okay. Well, if you buy 3 video games at launch, like say Madden, it comes out. Well, when it comes out, it's $60. Okay, man, NBA 2K23 comes out. Well, that's $60. And then say some AAA title comes out like Far Cry 7, let's say, or whatever, you know, the new Call of Duty comes out. Well, that's $60. Well, you're at 180. Well, if these games are on the subscription at launch and you just have to pay $15 a month and wait for them to launch, plus you get access to all these other games, you know, that you might have went and bought on disc, but now you don't have to go buy them on disc, you know, because when I sold my Xbox One, I didn't keep the games. My plan was to get the new Series X and try to go mostly digital. But when I started looking online, a lot of the games in the Microsoft store were actually priced higher than like if you went in store and bought physical disc. And I'm talking about brand new disc. I'm not talking about used disc from GameStop. I mean, just like these are older games, like Madden 22 was in the damn Microsoft store and they were still wanting like $50 or $60 for it. I think it was $50. And it was like at Best Buy for, I don't know, $20 or something. So it's a no-brainer, you know. It's like, what am I? even thinking about. So I bought those on disc, but this is before I started the subscription. And then there's an offer where you get your first month for $1. And so I was like, well, I'll try it for $1. And then I seen Madden on there, and I was like, well, I have it on disc for no reason then, I guess. So I uninstalled the disc version and put the I actually took the digital off too because it had cloud gaming. Any of the ones that have cloud gaming, don't install them to your hard drive, to your console. You know, because these games with these upgraded software and upgraded, graphics, they take up a lot more space. But with them taking up that space, you only want to download like your AAA titles like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Far Cry. But if you have the Game Pass Ultimate and these are cloud gaming where they save your game in the cloud, you don't have to install the entire game to your console. Do that, and just keep as much space freed up or whatever. But I play like silly stuff sometimes too, man. I play there's a game on there called Domino Master. It's a Xbox 360 game. And it's a bunch of adults playing dominoes. It's like a backyard barbecue. People on the headset talking smack. I mean, they're drunk. It's one of them things where it's a cool laid back situation. If you were just chilling and wasn't doing nothing, and you didn't feel like playing like a serious game, it's going to take up a lot of your time, you can just jump online and play a quick game of dominoes and talk some smack, something to do. So, is he betting on this flush draw here? I think he is. I don't want to call that much. I fold. But yeah, I do think I may need to switch. Let me see what my internet is on. Okay. Well, maybe I'll leave it where it's at. So you know how you have two different internets on your modem. You'll have like a 4G and then you'll have a 5G. Or 2.4 gigahertz and then a 5G. So I'm connected to the 5G. And I was looking and like for the most part the video is smooth. But then there was like a couple moments where it juddered, and I was just wondering if that had anything to do with the internet. But if it does, so be it. This is the best it's been in a long time. So we're just going to keep it this way, and if it judders, it just judders. We're getting the most we can get out of it. I don't want to lower any resolution or frame rate any further. I don't know if that'll help or not. I don't want to go below 720. I really wanted to stay at 1080 or better. So let me have a look, see how we're looking on here. Excuse the background noise, just want to kind of see. Have to see how we're doing here. You only want to download like your AAA titles like Red Dead Redemption 2. But if you have the Game Pass Ultimate and these are cloud gaming where they save your game in the cloud, you don't have to install the entire game to your console. Do that, and just keep as much space freed up or whatever. But I play like silly stuff sometimes too, man. I play there's a game on there called Domino Master. It's an Xbox 360 game, and it's a bunch of adult. Wow. That's a lot to call off. Could be behind. He could be on a flush draw. He could have a better queen than me. Gamble, gamble. Fuck. Oh, counterfeit his bitch ass. How does he get? Oh, damn. I didn't know that was giving him the pot. This is fucking. Okay, so this is dumb. So you're playing cash on here, and I called $2.55 all in. There's normally a button down there to say, like, if you want to run it twice, you know, and if I'm behind, I'm gonna run it twice. But then and I was just clicking last minute because my time was running out. It said if you want to play it safe, 89 cents. So instead of losing 255, you know, I keep 89 cents and he keeps whatever the difference is. So I hit the play it safe button. So he basically makes a profit when he would have lost because the tens would have counterfeited his second pair and then I would have won the hand. Oh my goodness. That's so horrible. I gave away like $1 and some. I gave away a good amount of money. I didn't lose the 251. And then see, if it had ran different and his two pair would have held, then I'm saving money. This isn't. I think the site is manipulating players now, because that should not be an option. A save. Be like, okay, you're all in for 251. Do you want to play it safe and keep 89 cents? Because you're behind. It'll show you that you're behind once you call. And it says, do you want to play it safe and keep 89 cents instead of losing 251? That thing doesn't happen in real poker in real life. So that option should not be there. I'm serious. You just take your L. You're like, fuck, I'm behind. Oh, I lose. You know. Because what happens is he wins less money if he would have won. You lose less money. But there's probably some type of way where they're like double raking it or something. They have to make a profit on it. They're not offering that option, because we care about the players. Running it twice, okay, you see people do that in high stakes poker cash games online all the time. So that's not a big issue, you know. They run it twice. Most casinos won't let you do it. The ones here I've never seen run it twice. People that have like local card houses or card games or whatever, not casinos, they will do it. You know, they'll run two boards or run it twice if both players agree. I was never a fan of it when I was going to local rooms because it created more arguments than anything. And if it winds up being a split pot, the house still rakes it. So nobody wins when the pot gets split. Now, if one person wins, then it's fine. And the thing is this. You don't play poker to get a spot where you're going to stack your opponent and then give him a chance to suck out on you. Suck outs happen enough. I don't need additional suck outs happening when I got the best of it. So that was my whole theory on it, was just no. You want to run it twice? No. Well, you're behind. I can't. Okay, thank you. You know, it is what it is. You know, Because what happens is a lot of people are playing in some really high stake games that they can't afford to play in, and they're risking their bill money. And then they wind up in a hand where they could potentially lose the money they need. Like, oh, you want to run it twice? You know, because they know they're like 0% to win, or not 0, but 2% to win, let's say. And then say that the first board runs good for the leader and they win. Well, the second board runs good for the other guy, and he gets his money back. It's like he had a stab at it and he broke even minus the rate. It was like he got to risk it all without losing it all. And you know, that's not what gambling's about. You know, there are gonna come spots where you gotta put it in and hope for the best. You know, running it twice, safe bets, insurance. That's for blackjack. Insurance is for blackjack. They got an ace up. You want insurance? And I always say no. I tell them the only thing I have insurance on is my car. And renter's insurance, whatever. You know. But not on this hand. It's only $10 out there. We'll take the L. You know. But so many people buy insurance. And it costs them like $5 to insure $10. And then, you know, the dealer doesn't have it, you lose that $5, and you still got to play the hand, and you might lose that too. It's just another way for them to take money. But yeah, I shouldn't have clicked that button. I should have just gambled. Yeah. Anyway, we were talking about Game Pass Ultimate and all the good deals and stuff. I think it's pretty cool, you know. For a person like me, who's not I'm not a huge gamer, but there's certain games I like to play. But I'm not like a gamer, you know. Like some people play their game every day, 8 hours a day, you know. I don't even have time to play it for 4 hours half the time. You know, it's other activities that make money, you know. So it gives a person like me an opportunity to play different games that I probably would never even buy. You know, like I watch YouTube and they talk about certain games and it's like, oh, well, this game is this and this game is that. You know, you should check this one out. It's on Game Pass and it's a really good one, you know. And I'll play it and be like, oh, this sucked. Glad I didn't have to pay for it. I'll be like, oh, this is nice. I might play it a little more, you know. Something to do. Gotta have something to do. And that's what I really find the Xbox for is nights when there's nothing to do. Like it's a weeknight and I'm off. Nothing I want to watch on Netflix. There's no local bars or clubs to go hang out at. I don't have any plans to hang out with anyone. Sit here, play the game. And, you know, it's good for a Tuesday. It's today Tuesday. Damn, it is Tuesday. Okay. You know what I mean, though. But, yeah. It's a little something you can do. Let me check this out, see how it's going.
Playing dominoes. It's like a backyard barbecue. People on the headset talking smack. I mean, they're drunk. You know, it's one of them things where it's a cool laid back situation. You know, if you were just chilling and wasn't doing nothing, you didn't feel like playing like a serious game. You know, it's gonna take up a lot of your time. You just jump online and play a quick game of dominoes and talk some smack. You know, something to do. So, this is what you're on. But yeah,
Like these bomb pots, that's kind of like a thing that forces the rake to be a certain amount because it pulls like what 10 cents from every player and then it automatically rakes it, you know. And they're on a timer where they do it like, I don't know, every 20 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever the fuck it is, you know. But I'm just not a fan of it. Because if I wanted to play my hand blind outside of the blinds, I would just go all in blind. Done that before. Didn't work out too well. Went all in blind 4 times in a row for $200. Lost all 4 of them. Did it one time, 6 times in a row. Lost all 6. So these glasses are here for a reason. God gave you to get the vision. Please use it. Even if it's impaired vision where you need bifocals, you can still see if you put these things on. Yeah. So sometimes the video looks just fine on here. Other times it's kind of
see how we're doing.
a little bit of judder.
You only want to download like your AAA titles like Red Dead Redemption 2. But if you have a game that's on these cloud games where they save your game, you do have to install entire games in your console. Do that.
Sitting here picking my ear. Hey, he fold at last. Stupid ass.
But I play like silly stuff sometimes.
Oh, that's me listening to myself. I was like, didn't I already hear that part? But it's
Wow. That's a lot to call off. Could be behind. Could be on a flush draw. Could have a better queen.
here's the hand.
Gamble, gamble. Fuck. Oh, counterfeit his bitch ass. How does he get? Oh, damn. I didn't know that was giving him the pot. This is fucking. Okay, so this is dumb. So you're playing cash on here, and I called $2.55 all in. There's normally a button down there to say like if you want to run it twice. You know, if I'm behind, I'm gonna run it twice. But then it and I was just clicking last minute because my time was running out. It said if you want to play it safe, 89 cents. So instead of losing $2.55, you know, I keep 89 cents and it keeps whatever the difference is. So I I hit the play it safe button. So he basically makes a profit when he would have lost because the tens would have counterfeited his second pair and then I would have won the hand. Oh my goodness. That's so horrible. I gave away like $1 and some. I gave away a good amount of money. I didn't lose the 251. And then see if it had ran different and his two pair would have held, then I'm saving money. This isn't. I think the site is manipulating players now. Because that should not be an option. A save. Be like, okay, you're all in for 251. Do you want to play it safe and keep 89 cents? Because you're behind. It'll show you that you're behind once you call. And it says, do you want to play it safe and keep 89 cents instead of losing 251? That thing doesn't happen in real poker in real life. So that option should not be there. I'm serious. You just take your L. You're like, fuck, I'm behind. Oh, I lose. You know. Because what happens is, he wins less money if he would have won. You lose less money. But there's probably some type of way where they're like double raking it or something. They have to make a profit on it. They're not offering that option, oh, because we care about the players. Running it twice, okay, you see people do that in high stakes poker cash games online all the time. So that's not a big issue, you know. They run it twice. Most casinos won't let you do it. The ones here I've never seen run it twice. People that have like local card houses or card games or whatever, not casinos, they will do it. You know, they'll run two boards or run it twice if both players agree. I was never a fan of it when I was going to local rooms because it created more arguments than anything. And if it winds up being a split pot, the house still rakes it. So nobody wins when the pot gets split. Now, if one person wins, then it's fine. And the thing is this, you don't play poker to get a spot where you're going to stack your opponent and then give him a chance to suck out on you. Suck outs happen enough. I don't need additional suck outs happening when I got the best of it. So that was my whole theory on it, was just no. Want to run it twice? No. Well, you're behind. I can't. Okay, thank you. You know, it is what it is. You know, because what happens is a lot of people are playing in some really high stake games that they can't afford to play in, and they're risking their bill money. And then they wind up in a hand where they could potentially lose the money they need. Like, oh, you want to run it twice? You know, because they know they're like 0% to win, or not 0, but 2% to win, let's say. And then say that the first board runs good for the leader and they win. Well, the second board runs good for the other guy, so he gets his money back. It's like he had a stab at it and he broke even minus the rate. It was like he got to risk it all without losing it all. And you know, that's not what gambling's about. You know, there are gonna come spots where you gotta put it in and hope for the best. You know, running it twice, safe bets, insurance, that's for blackjack. The insurance is for blackjack. They got an ace up, you want insurance? And I always say no. I tell them the only thing I have insurance on is my car. And renter's insurance, whatever. You know, but not on this hand. It's only $10 out there. We'll take the L. You know. But cost them like $5 to insure $10. And then, you know, the dealer doesn't have it, you lose that $5 and you still gotta play the hand and you might lose that too. It's just another way